Have you ever felt like you're in a constant state of go, go, go? You work hard, you push through to exhaustion, and you feel guilty if you ever slow down. Friend, we live in a world that operates on a calendar of constant output. But what if there's a different way? What if our lives weren't meant to be lived as a marathon, but like a year with seasons of growth, harvest, rest, and renewal? I've come to believe that one of the most powerful things that we can do for our mind, our body, and our spirit is to learn how to live season driven. Living season driven means aligning our energy and our purpose with the natural rhythms that God has built into creation. It's about moving from a frantic, man made pace to a peaceful, purposeful, God given one. Hey, friends, I'm Ruth Jones, and I want to welcome you to another Transition Tuesdays, where we talk about faith, change, and the courage to step into what's next. Now, if you've ever felt out of sync with your life, this episode is for you. Thank you for joining me today. This message is going to be good. Today's message is called The Power of Living Season Driven. And I want to make a bold statement up front. You were never meant to run on empty. You were made for seasons. In the world we live in today, we're so conditioned to be on all the time, to produce, to hustle, to be busy. But you see, trees don't try to blossom in December. They understand that there's a time for quiet, for shedding, and for deep rest. They don't fight against the season, they surrender to it. And in that surrender, they gain the strength for the next season of growth. The power of living season driven is that it's an act of faith. It's trusting that there's a purpose for every part of your journey, even if the periods feel dormant or unproductive. This practice gives you permission to slow down without shame and to speed up without burnout. It's an antidote to the always on culture that leaves us depleted. I've been there. I've been there when we feel like we have to always trade clarity for chaos. See, God wants you to trade exhaustion for energy because you're working with your natural design, not against it. So how do we begin to build these seasonal rhythms in our lives? It starts with two things: intentionality and self-awareness. First, tune in. Stop and pay attention to what the season is asking of you. What's changing in your body with your energy levels? Maybe it's your emotions. This isn't about setting big, overwhelming goals. It's about listening to the quiet nudges of your soul and letting them guide your habits. Second, create your rhythms. I like to think of it in terms of three simple rhythms. First, there's the thriving rhythm. This is your season of growth. It's about when you have energy and capacity to dream bigger, to take on new projects, and to expand your reach. It's the time for planting seeds and watching them grow. Then there's the striving rhythm. This is your busy season when a project or a launch, maybe it's a big life event that requires intense focus. This is about simplifying your routine to allow you to narrow your priorities and pour all your energy into completing a major task. Then there's the replenishing rhythm. This is for the seasons where you just need rest. You need renewal, a season of reflection. Maybe this is after a great season of output or when you're navigating chaos or even deep sorrow. This is a time for rest, for healing, for nourishing your soul. This is when you give yourself grace and permission to do the bare minimum without guilt so that you can refuel and restore your spirit. Now, by having these rhythms in place, you can move through life cycles with intention instead of being thrown off by them. And speaking of a concentration rhythm, y'all, that's where I'm at right now. I'm working on something that is truly special, but it's taken all of me. It's something that is going to be for women who are navigating big life change. And in just a couple weeks, I'm so excited. I will be doing the big reveal. Now, this is something that is so big and so life-changing. It's going to help women from all walks of life navigate chaos and overwhelm and find clarity and confidence. But because I'm in this season and I'm launching, I've had to narrow my focus so that I can intentionally walk and focus on this big thing. So I'm making quick and easy meals. I'm simplifying my rhythms at home. Sometimes we're just grabbing healthy food out. The laundry is piling up a little more than normal, and we're limiting the things that we say yes to so we can stay fully focused on this big launch. So living seasonal means being willing to pivot and to adjust so that you can stay in sync with the season that you are in. Now, let's talk about as we move into this new season we're about to enter into, autumn. The air is starting to get cooler, the days, they're starting to get shorter, and nature is beginning its great exhale. So this is the perfect time to align our lives with the season's invitation to transition and to prepare. Let's talk about what autumn means spiritually. Spiritually, autumn is a time of harvest and release. What spiritual fruit do you need to cultivate this year? What blessings can you count with gratitude? Just as the trees shed their leaves, what do you need to let go of spiritually? Maybe it's a habit, a toxic mindset, or a limiting belief. Take time in prayer and quiet reflection to ask God what He wants you to release to make space for the new. This is also a time to prepare for a quieter, more introspective winter season. So think about that spiritually. What do you need to shed and release in this season? Now let's talk emotionally. Autumn is great. We have shorter days, but sometimes those days can bring on autumn blues, or some people say even seasonal anxiety for some people. So I want you to be kind to yourself. Know that it's okay if you need to shift. This is a time to lean into comfort and rest. Embrace those cozy evenings, journaling, and taking care of yourself with self-care. Don't fight the urge to slow down. Now let's talk physically. Autumn, seasonally, this is our chance for our bodies to respond to the change in seasons. So we might crave warmer, more nourishing foods. If you crave that, listen to it. Trade the summer salads for hearty soups, roasted root vegetables, and warm teas. And don't forget, get outside. The cool air and the changing leaves are a gift. I love them when I used to live in northern Michigan. Get out. A brisk walk can do wonders for your energy and for your mood. Now, practically, what does autumn mean that we should do in our practical lives? Well, this is the perfect time for a great purge. Just like nature is tidying up and shedding things, so should you do in your closet. Go through your closet and swap out your summer clothes for your fall and winter clothes. And as you do, pull out anything that you no longer want or need. Purge the physical clutter to make space for spiritual and emotional clarity. Tidying up your living space creates a sanctuary of peace for the colder months ahead. So this week, I want to challenge you. Choose one small thing that you are going to do to align with this season. That may be spiritually, emotionally, mentally, or physically. Maybe it's going through your closet. Maybe it's simply taking a moment to sit outside and feel that cooler air. Maybe it's a small act, but whatever it is, small acts of alignment can lead to big transitions. I hope this message blessed you. If it did, I want you to drop a comment and tell me what small seasonal action you're committing to this week. And if you need more encouragement, I want to encourage you. I have a free 31-day devotional called Braving Change. It's full of scriptures, prayer prompts to help you stay anchored in each season. Download it by clicking the link in the show notes to get it free now. And remember that living in sync with God's rhythms is not about perfection. It's about intention. And now you're the kind of woman who doesn't fight the seasons. You thrive in them. Thank you for watching today. I will see you next Tuesday for more transition talk. Until next time, grace and boldness for the journey, my friend.